Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together, please. Om Jnana Timirandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stabidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kanamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapcha Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Brindavanishwari Rishabhana Sutadevi Pranamami Praye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Baivacha Padilana Bhaviryo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktan Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as it is, translation and commentary, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So, today's verse, 14:16, correct? Chapter entitled The Three Modes of Material Nature. 14:16. Okay. Karmana sukritasya ahu Satvikam nirmalam phalam Rajasastu phalam dhukam Ajnanam tamasa phalam. So, word for word, please repeat. Karmana, of work. Sukritasya, pious. Ahu, it is said. Satvikam, in the mode of goodness. Nirmalam, purified. Phalam, the result. Rajasaha, of the mode of passion. 2. But, phalam, the result. Dukam, misery. Ajnanam, nonsense. Tamasaha, of the mode of ignorance. Phalam, the result. Yes. So very poetic, right? Krishna, phalam, phalam. So, translation. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness. So, please repeat. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness. Purport Srila Prabhupada. The result of pious activities in the mode of goodness is pure, Therefore the sages, who are free from all illusion, are situated in happiness, but activities in the mode of passion are simply miserable. Any activity for material happiness is bound to be defeated. For example, one wants to have a skyscraper, but so much human misery has to be undergone before a big skyscraper can be built. The financier has to take much trouble to earn a mass of wealth, and those who are slaving to construct the building have to render physical toil. The miseries are there. Thus Bhagavad Gita says that in any activity performed under the spell of mode of passion, there is definitely great misery. There may be a little so-called mental happiness, I have this house or this money, but it is not actual happiness. As far as the mode of ignorance is concerned, the performer is without knowledge, and therefore all his activities result in present misery, and afterwards he will go down toward animal life. Animal life is always miserable. Although under the spell of the illusory energy Maya, the animals do not understand this. Slaughtering poor animals is also due to the mode of ignorance. The animal killers do not know that in the future the animal will have a body suitable to kill them. That is the law of nature. In human society, if one kills a man, he has to be hanged. That is the law of the state. Because of ignorance, people do not perceive that there is a complete state controlled by the Supreme Lord. Every living creature is a son of the Supreme Lord, and he does not tolerate even an ant's being killed. One has to pay for it. So indulgence in animal killing for the taste of the tongue is the grossest kind of ignorance. A human being has no need to kill animals because God has supplied so many nice things. If one indulges in meat eating, anyway, it is to be understood that he is acting in ignorance and is making his future very dark. All kinds of animal killing, the killing of the of all kinds of animal killing, the killing of the cows is most vicious, because the cow gives us all kinds of pleasure by supplying milk. Cow slaughter is an act of the grossest type of ignorance. In the Vedic literature, Rig Veda 946.4, the words Gobihi Prinita Matsaram indicate that one who, being fully satisfied by milk, is desirous to killing the cow is the grossest ignorance. There is also a prayer in the Vedic literature that states, Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmanyaya Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. My Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and of the Brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and the world. Vishnu Puran 1:1965. The purport is that special mention is given in that prayer for the protection of the cows and the Brahmanas. Brahmanas are the symbol of spiritual education, and cows are the symbol of the most valuable food. These two living creatures, the Brahmanas and the cows, must be given all protection. That is real advancement of civilization. In modern human society, spiritual knowledge is neglected and cow killing is encouraged. It is to be understood then that human society is advancing in the wrong direction and is clearing the path to its own condemnation. A civilization which guides the citizens to become animals in their next lives is certainly not a human civilization. The present human civilization is, of course, grossly misled by the modes of passion and ignorance. It is a very dangerous age, and all nations should take care to provide the easiest process Krishna consciousness, to save humanity from the greatest danger. Yes. So, Makam Karochi Bala Yad Kripa Tamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam. So, Karmana Sukritas Yahu Satpikam Nirmalam Phalam Rajastu Phalam Dukam Agyanam Tamasa Phalam. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness. Yes. So, karmana. You see that? The first word in the verse, karmana. Karma. So this is talking about material activity. Now, as we've discussed previous weeks, we want to understand the three modes of material nature so that we can get out of them. Can you turn up the mic? Thoda or volume. Thoda sa or. Dhanyavad. Or. कम से कम 10%. ठीक है? Orion, 10% क्या है? Hare Krishna. Okay. Fine. Is that good?
It's better.
It's better, yes. Thank you, Sachi. So, karmana. So, there's two paths in this world. There's the path of bhakti and there's the path of karma. Now, there is varnashram dharma. It is to regulate material activities and hopefully direct people to the spiritual platform. And then there is the path of bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, right? That is Sanatan Dham, because it is dealing with the Sanatan, eternal platform, whereas Varnashram is to regulate human activities. As Prabhupada said at the end of the purport, the modern human society, there's no regulation in human activities encouraged, other than the laws of the state and the laws of Manodharma, man-made religion. And the result is people are not having a good future. They're drinking and thinking there's nothing tomorrow. They're eating meat, undisciplined, and they're thinking there's no tomorrow, when we die, everything. So karmana. So this verse here explains karma. And in Sanskrit, two words, karanam, cause, and karya, effect. They're all based on this ka, to do. Karmana, karma, karanam, the cause and the effect. So of course, in human society, as Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, there is some idea that if you're caught doing wrong, then you will be punished. If you're a thief or a murderer or something bad or whatever, robber, the police will catch you. And then even in the simple religion, they have, as you sow, so you will reap. And then nowadays in modern society, they have like, whatever goes around, comes around, right? Yes. And there's even, it's on the web something, karma is a bitch. I won't say the word. So that means karma will come back to bite you. But I remember that when I was children, we never heard this idea of karma. We didn't. When I was a child, I never heard of guru or karma or these words, devotion. This is because of Prabhupada's preaching plan and his disciples distributing books, and everyone. You're all disciples of Prabhupada. You're all Shiksha disciples, right? Sukadev Goswami, he's the Shiksha Guru of Parikshit Maharaj. Krishna is the Shiksha Guru of Arjuna. Arjuna is Shiksha disciple. So we're all directly Shiksha disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and we should feel that way. I have direct connection to Prabhupada through Shiksha, and I am Prabhupada. So every, Prabhupada appearance day, disappearance day, sometimes the Prabhupada disciples, they come up and they tell a story. But the people are interested. But they should also, the second generation, so to speak, they should also feel, I am a Prabhupada disciple too. Just because you didn't get Diksha directly, it doesn't mean you're not Prabhupada's disciple. You're Prabhupada's Shiksha disciple. And Shiksha is the essence of the Sampradaya. So Prabhupada is giving Shiksha all over the world through his books. There's Person Bhagavat and there's Book Bhagavat. And of the two, Book Bhagavat is always available. Person Vapu is temporarily manifested, but Vani is always there. Mahajyena Katasva Pankta. So we're Shiksha disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Srila Bhakti Vinod, we're Shiksha disciples of Sad Goswami, we're Shiksha disciple of Jamuna Acharya, of all the Prabhupada quotes. The Sampradaya that Prabhupada puts at the beginning of the Gita is a Shiksha Sampradaya. And that was composed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, the greatest Pandit. So, this Shiksha of Prabhupada is going all over the world, and Prabhupada is making Shiksha disciples, and it is entering human society. And Prabhupada finishes on that point, that the modern day society is not very auspicious. Though we are distributing spiritual knowledge, at the same time, things are going from bad to worse. There seems to be more discord, more war, more lying, more faithlessness in institutions of society, let's just say. And people are becoming frustrated. So, Krishna in the heart, he seems to be bringing society to a boil. Now it's interesting, in the purport there, Prabhupada says, I'll tell you an interesting story. You can look it up in the folio. Prabhupada says, if you have to build a skyscraper, you have to undergo misery. And Prahlad Maharaj, he says the same thing. As soon as you try to enjoy the material world, the conditions for misery come upon you. But that's not the story I'm going to tell. The story is that Prabhupada, he used to, as you all know, your Shiksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, he used to go for a morning walk wherever he was. Prabhupada used to say, I'm staying alive because of my daily massage and my morning walk. That's what Prabhupada once said. So anyway, he was having a morning walk in New York. And the American devotees, Prabhupada was walking very early, before the rush hour perhaps, and the American devotee said, oh yes, this is the World Trade Center. They're the tallest buildings in the world. And Prabhupada said, and soon they will be the lowest. It's that, he just said that spontaneously. So we all know what happened to the World Trade Center, did we? They didn't stay the highest. Very soon they were the lowest. Prabhupada said that on his morning walk. Just spontaneous. You can look it up in the folio without a moment's hesitation. So that is Krishna speaking. But as Prahlad Maharaj says, yes, as soon as you try to enjoy the material energy, the reaction comes. And so we're given advice here through Arjuna by Krishna. Don't cultivate the mode of passion. Don't cultivate the mode of ignorance. Cultivate the mode of goodness. Phalam, phalam. Phalam is fruit, result, cause and effect. Karanam, karya, to your karma. And if you want to know what karma really is in the Vedic system, it is subdivided. Karma means, Krishna says, Janma karma. That when in the beginning, Krishna says, Guna karma vibhagasha, that your karma is born from your guna, your previous activities, your previous interaction with the modes of material nature, will give you a tendency to a certain karma. Can broadly divide it into Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Brahminika. So karma in this context means your tendency to work, to action, as the translation is here, to perform activities. So that is the actual, in a strict sense, or in the context we're speaking now, that is the meaning of karma. We all have a karma to perform. We all have a tendency. So performing that karma for the Supreme Lord as an offering, then it becomes dharma. And then you're performing it, karosi yadadnasi, whatever you do, karosi, whatever you will do in the future, you perform it as an offering to me. This is Krishna's advice. So karma becomes transcendentalized, purified, becomes in the mode of goodness, whatever it is, if you perform it in this atmosphere of I'm offering to the Supreme Lord, then by that service attitude, we can get in touch with the transcendence. Because as we said many times, if you want to enter this platform of Bhagavan, the Leela of Krishna, everybody in Goloka, Gokul, everywhere, wherever they are, great devotees, Uttama Adhikari. What does Uttama? Means great devotee, Uttama, above ignorance, Uttama. The highest quality of devotee is Uttama. He's above the material modes. So, if you perform, that's the beginning, start, perform your karma as an offering. Now, another word in that context of karma is akarma. Akarma means you have a duty, your karma, your tendency, but you're not performing it. For example, you get married and you have kids. Your karma is to look after the kids. That's your dharma if you do it as an offering to Krishna. So, akarma means to not do bounden duties. Do you understand bounden duties? It's not used very often now. Bounden means your obligations. You have an obligation to look after your kids. If you don't perform it, then that's akarma. And that is sinful. Because we should, if we have children and we have a wife, then we should protect and maintain them and guide them spiritually. Guru niyasyat, pita niyasyat, Rishabdev says. So, akarma means I'm not performing my duties materially. So that will give you a bad result also. Just like we say in human society, oh, he's a good father, oh, he's a bad father, he didn't look after his kids. Everyone knows that's condemnable. So akarma. There also, akarma can be used in the context of somebody who has achieved bhava, and he can't stay and perform material activities. If somebody is at the platform of bhava bhakti, he may find it very difficult to relate to his material family. So then he can give up his duties, but he should arrange for their safety. So generally, one shouldn't give up one's material duties, especially because they're just troublesome. But if, like Lord Chaitanya, he gave up looking after Mother Sachi and Vishnu Priya because he was experiencing bhava. So he was showing that if you are on that transcendental ecstasy, you can give up your material duties. But generally, we should perform our material duties offering to Krishna. And within that format, practice Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. So that's akarma. And then there is vikarma. Vikarma, V means against. So that means to perform activities that are against your duty. You have children, for example, but you are miseducating them. You're not guiding them properly. You're not feeding them properly. That's vikarma. You're being a bully, bullying your children mentally and physically. That's vikarma, right? Vikarma means to perform activities that are against your duty. Sinful. That is also very bad. Reaction will come. Phalam will come. Whatever goes around comes around. Whatever you sow, so you will reap. It will come back, unfortunately. But if you perform good karma, dutiful, looking after your kids, guiding them, teaching them, bringing them to the temple like the people do here, telling them, dance for Krishna, be happy, then that is good karma. That becomes your dharma, and you can perform that in a loving way. I'm performing this. The beginning of bhakti. So that is vikarma, to do things that are negative against your karma. Karma in the sense of your tendency, your things. Like somebody spends all their money. Instead of looking after the wife and kids, they drink beer and, oh, I've got no money. So then the kids are troubled. Then there is nice karma. And that nice means no or without. It means there is no material result. Nice karma. So that means bhakti, Suddha bhakti. Ahoitikiya pratyata yatma suprasidati. But you will get a result from bhakti, but it will be ahoitikiya pratyata. It will be causeless, materially causeless. Without material karanam, it will be spuryada. It will be the gift of Krishna. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yogi Prayojita Jnanati Shuvairam Jnanam Chak Yad Ahoitakim. Ahoitakim means without cause, causeless. It doesn't mean, it means without material cause. It is caused by your bhakti, but it is not caused within the material energy. It is caused and given by the reciprocation of the Supreme Lord. So yes, we perform our duties nicely, but we are also performing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanachanam, all the 9 practices of bhakti, within that format, within that Varnashram or Vaidhi. For Varnashram stresses Vaidhi. It disciplines material society. Prabhupada explained material society is getting very bad result because, and you can see, all the especially the demoniac Ravanas. Well, Ravana is saintly compared to many of the people nowadays, but they are performing sexual deviancy, drug taking, thieving, lying, and it is all being given to people in televisions and normalized. And so this is the end of a society. This is foolishness. When a human being becomes a drug addict, for example, he loses all morality, his intelligence is agitated, he starts going mad, and then he just gives up on life, eats anything, undisciplined, and goes to hell. So a society in a general sense, not India, but we can see in certain countries in the West, they are saying, oh, you can be liberal, you can do anything, you can take drugs, you can do this, there's no restraint. And then people are encouraged in this way and they're given facility to do this. But it is the general degradation that we see individually and collectively. So Bhagavad Gita is a warning that you must understand the laws of karma. And then you must know that it is a dangerous world. And those societies that are based on an atheistic idea, there will be no phalam, there will be no reaction, and encourage people to do anything, to be a what-not, as Prabhupada once quotes in one purport, what not will I do? Those societies are deliberately degrading people. That is the scheme of the Kali Yuga Rakshasas. The Rakshasas, Kali Yuga is the age of the Rakshasa. At the beginning of the Bhagavatam, a black man appears, and he's dressed as a king. He is Kali. There is a Kalki Puran, I've read the beginning of it, it's on my shelf, but it describes who are the descendants of Kali: untruthfulness, coarseness, bad behavior. They're all his descendants. And he is appearing as a king, a leader. So, of course, we do have good leaders and good people that want to do the best. But in Kali Yuga, the Rakshasas, they are deliberately lying and cheating and proposing, trying to break the family unit. Don't do your duty, just enjoy. If something goes wrong, we'll give you a pill and this and that. So this is tamagun. The phalam of that is foolishness. You can see the people going foolish. And that is a sign that a society is... I once read a book, this is historical, it was written by a British professor in the 1800s and the beginning of the 1900s. It's called The Fate of Empires. And he went back all the way to the Assyrian Empire 3,000 years ago, because he was a big history professor, a good intellectual. You can look it up on the internet, you can get it, The Fate of Empires. And he explains when a society is going up, then the people are moral and hardworking and austere, and they do their duties. But then they go up, and then they develop some territory, and they become more opulent. And then there becomes an elite class of rich people who become corrupted by their wealth and power. And then when the society is going down, it gets into sexual deviancy, sexual immorality, and the empire becomes extended, and it becomes flooded from the outside. And the people on the inside, they don't care because they think they will survive. And then the society collapses. And generally, he went through, there was about 20, 30 Assyrian empires and all that. And generally it takes 250 years for a society, a material society, to go up, reach its peak, and they all follow the same route. They all follow the same thing. They go up, mode of goodness, mode of passion, then they become sinful people, and then it goes down into madness and foolish, sexual immorality, disgusting, drug taking, lying, cheating, and stealing. And then the general cooperation throughout the society collapses, and it becomes every man for themselves. And then there become revolutions and invasions and so on. But India is very interesting. India, if you look at the world, Prabhupada mentioned societies, that's why we're talking on it. But if you look at India, India is the only, it's a different civilization from the whole of the world. If you look at the world now, it's all a material, it's all more or less the same idea, isn't it? But in India, This is the land of the Vedas. This is the land of Veda Vyas. This is the land of Krishna. This is the land of Bhakti. This is the land of Jagannath. This is the land of Lord Chaitanya. And the Vedic philosophy is actually flourishing in India. I was here 50 years ago. There was nobody in the temple. But now you can't find a place to sit down. But it's very wonderful to see everyone dancing, you know. They're all getting the holy name. They're all dancing and the children are happy. One man told me, I have to come every weekend because my children tell me I want to go to the Hare Krishna temple and dance. So he has to drive from Delhi under the order of the children. They want to hear the kirtan. So this is Lord Chaitanya's system. Prasadam and Harinam. Generally, that will pure the whole atmosphere. And you can see that India has a continuous stream, even though there has been invasions here and there. But they have maintained the Vedic understanding. Because in India, everyone knows. You go to a panwala and you say, do you believe in the law of karma? Say, yes. Do you follow it? Sometimes. But everybody has the basic ideas. Right? There is the material world and there is a spiritual world. That is the world of the Supreme Lord. That is eternal. This is the temporary world. And this is, we have to perform our karma. We should develop our relationship with the Supreme Lord. This is common knowledge in India. Am I correct?
Yes, I was just trying to tell you that whatever the individual, Lord has given us the free will to do the karma.
Excuse me?
Lord has given us free will to every individual. Lord has given us free will to do the karma. Now it's upon you what you want to do, whether bad karma or good karma. It depends upon the free will of our Lord has given.
Yes. Oh, well, that's a very important point.
Yeah.
I remember many years ago in Germany, one godbrother, he shall remain nameless, and he was of the opinion that when you come into the material energy, you're on a roller coaster ride and you can't get off. You know, a roller coaster, you go up and down and the roller coaster, and you have to follow it. So he was of the opinion that once you take birth in the material world, everything is pre-programmed, action and reaction. But I said no. I wouldn't shift from my position. And he was getting more angry and more angry, 40 after an hour. Why? How can we answer that? You're correct. We have free will. But he said, oh, that's illusion. We're just forced to do that. Why? You can understand. Because there's punishment and there's reward. And Krishna says, Mama angsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Prakriti mana shastra indriyani prakriti stani kashati. So the living entity, yes, he has his karma phal, his body, his financial, his society he's born into, but he's struggling. He has some leeway, and like Prabhu says, that if we understand, and that's something I always say, we should always understand that everything is in our hands. Prabhupada writes, we're architects of our own destiny. We create our future by our action. So this is very important to understand that we are not just carried along. That is tamagun, right? Like being in a train in India. No, we have a choice. We can alter our future. Therefore, this is there. Krishna is telling Arjuna and us, like we said, that cultivate the mode of goodness. Because if you cultivate the mode of goodness, then you can understand the relevance, and you can understand the Shastra, the advice in the Shastra. You'll be able to understand, yes, Prabhu is right. I should do my duties, but within that, I should perform Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. I should perform bhakti. That will give me spiritual realization. And as Prabhupada emphasized in the purport, meat eating is completely no-no. So we can add to that no intoxication. But actually, as devotees, we believe in intoxication. We believe that you should be intoxicated 24 hours a day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We should cultivate goodness, should give up sinful activity, and we should get Nam Ruchi. If you get Nam Ruchi and you progress to Bhava Bhakti, then you will be intoxicated. When you realize Krishna and your relationship with Krishna in Bhava Bhakti, then you will be 24 hours intoxicated. So Rag Bhakti will come when we follow rules and regulations nicely and we cultivate within that Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaran. That will be the fruit. But it won't be a material fruit. It'll be the fruit of the blessing of Gaunitai, of the Uttama Bhaktis, of the great devotees. Lord Chaitanya is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. He said, and I was just reading, just studying that song, Nitai Gunamaye Ama, Nitai Gunamani. You know, that Lord Nityananda, he has cut a channel from the prema bhanya, from the flood, from the ocean of love of Godhead. He is releasing love of God through this channel. It's a channel, bhanya, flooding the world. And we just have to take that nectar. Now, just like Prabhu says, we have a choice, right? Lord Chaitanya says, I have broke open the storehouse of love of God, and I'm wondering, who will take? Who will take? Right? That is his statement. He's not saying, I'm forcing it. He's saying, who will take? And we know, right? Lolam, you must have desire. You must want it. We shouldn't think, oh, I'm so humble. I'll never become a devotee. That is stupid. No, you should be anxious. Ye prasade pure sarva asha, right, by his grace. And then we sing in Tulsi, Moraye abilas, vilas kunjadiyo vas. My desire is this, Seva adi korodia. Give me the qualification. Tulsi. So this is bhakti. We are doing everything, the order of Guru, but then within that we're saying, please give me the mercy. Please give me realization. If we follow the order of Guru, we'll come to mode of goodness. And then we get some kripa by seva bhav. Then we will get rag bhakti. And then we'll become intoxicated. But it's free. And there's no hangover. And it is a hoitikiya pratiyata. It is not caused by anything material. So that means that you shouldn't worry. You shouldn't think, I'm not qualified, or what do I have to do? What you have to do is apply. You have to open your heart. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, give me your mercy, I want it. You've opened the channel. Lord Chaitanya, you broke open the storehouse of love of God. Please give it to me. Please, I'm here. That's how we should chant. That's how we should. You want to say something? Yeah, you can't hold it down.
I was willing to know that after the bhakti, what about the next year? We are doing bhakti, some are doing bhakti, some are not doing it according to their will. free choice that Lord has given us. Above that they work. But after that what? What next?
After bhakti. No,
We are in the
bhakti
chain
is...
of, we are in the chain of birth and death, birth and death. So when we could coming, how to come out of that?
Oh,
chain?
well, yes,
That is
yes.
the most important factor that I want you to know.
Well, yeyatamam prapadyante. If you develop bhava bhakti, this is what Bhakti Vinod says in the Jaiva Dharma, that if you want to enter the Leela of Krishna, he says as a general principle, you should have attained bhava bhakti. There's 4 basic divisions of bhakti. One is vaidhi, which is stress on rules and regulations, to purify, to come to the mode of goodness. Then there's rag bhakti, and rag bhakti is based on that. You're purifying your life, and you're chanting Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevam. Then you'll get rag. Rag means attraction. And then, by slow degrees, you will get bhava. So you don't even have to attain pure prem. But if at bhava you will realize Krishna and your relationship with Krishna. Let me show you something.
But there is possibility of coming out of birth and death chain.
Then you leave birth and death
That's
beyond.
the most important factor for everybody.
Yes, you leave birth and death far behind, because you will go to the Leela of Krishna. And there, in the association of the great devotees, you will get final training to take you from bhava bhakti to prem bhakti. You understand? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhaka. It is there within the heart. But it is, here's that verse. Pramana sad achara stadabhyasa nirantaram bodhayan atma atmanam bhaktim apiyuktamam labet. The highest devotion is attained by slow degrees. Every morning when we wake up, we should think, I'm going to make a slow degree of progress in bhakti. Like the Chinese say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Don't think I've got to go 1,000 miles. You may just remain sitting on the park bench. Just think I'm going to walk 1 step today. So here Krishna is telling Lord Brahma, the highest devotion is attained by slow degrees. So we should think, every day I'm going to make a little advancement, a slow degree. By the method of constant endeavor, here's the method, constant endeavor, sadhana bhakti, for self-realization, sadhana bhakti, with the help of 3 things, pramana, scriptural evidence, theistic conduct, cultivating mode of goodness and transcendental association, and perseverance in practice. What are those 3 things? Pramana. You must know Siddhanta. Then theistic conduct. Right? Oh hey Vaishnava Thakur, Chaya Bega Domni, Chaya Doshas. You want to cultivate the good thing, good character. And perseverance. You must be perseverant. Just like if you want to go 1,000 miles, you have to keep walking. So you have to think, when I wake up, today I will follow order of Guru and I will make a slow degree of progress. And what does Krishna say? There's no loss or diminution. Every slow degree that you make every day, even if it's half a degree, you will never lose that. It can become covered if you become aparadi or something, but we should be confident, I'm going to make a slow degree today. Right? And then the next sloka, Krishna says, Yasha shreyas karam nasti ya nivritim apnoyat ya sajati mam eva bhaktim tam eva sadayat. You see, sajati, the goal. These preliminary practices of devotion, sadhana bhakti, constant endeavor, shastra, theistic behavior, good perseverance, are conducive to the realization of loving devotion? That's your question, right? Loving, than whom there is no superior well-being, who goes hand in hand with the attainment of the exclusive state of supreme bliss, and who can lead to myself. That means, so, once you get above sadhana bhakti by slow degrees and you enter bhava bhakti, all along the way you're realizing Krishna and your relationship with him, and then that will lead you to loving devotion, prem bhakti, sadyati, the goal. Bhaktim, loving devotion. So that's your question. So we should not think, oh, I'm a fallen devotee, I'll never make it. No, we should think, today I'm going to make a slow degree. Just like if you want to learn a musical instrument, do you become Beethoven in one day? No, you have to practice. Hey, I couldn't play that yesterday, now I can play it. So Krishna, Eko Yoda Dadati Kaman, he fulfills the desire, he's within the heart. He's not just sitting there, he's a friend. There's also another sloka. Yastvindra Gopa Matavendra Mahos. Yeah, okay then, boss. But the point is that if you practice, you need an inspiration. Correct? So Krishna is telling you here, he's telling Lord Brahma, slow degrees, slow degrees. Today I will, like a Karaji. Today is a Karaji. You think, I'll chant extra rounds today. I'll see the deities. I'll study today. All right? Oh, I don't know the Shastra very well. I'll study 1 hour every day. People neglect their study. But you think, oh, the Shastra is so much. No, study 1 hour every day. And you'll find that if you do 1 hour a day, you'll do more, because you'll get the rasa, you'll get the nectar, your intelligence will be satisfied. Correct? Right now, what is happening? 7th of October is the start of Kartik. So we should think, I'm going to make big degrees of progress. I'm going to do 64 rounds a day, every day of Ekadashi. Of Kartik. Oh, I can't do say, okay, don't do 58. That's 1 lakh. I can't do 58. Okay, then do 32. Make a commitment and think, I'm going to make small degrees. And then one day you'll become a Paramahansa. Yeah, don't think that you can't become a Paramahansa. What is it stated in the Shastra? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadakabanai Shravanadi Sudachitte Karide Buddhai. It wakes up. So our natural state is not struggling with the modes. Our natural state is Krishna Prem. Right? Right? And we should think, that is my sadhya. That is my destination. And I can achieve it, because I'm carrying that perfection in my heart. Now it's sleeping, but I wake it up. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Okay, thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Now next week I'm going to check how many rounds you're going to chant for Kartik.
64.
No, if you can't, then try. I'll do 25 a day, right? Just make a little commitment. And then you're on your way to being a Paramahansa. Right? That's your birthright. That's what you're designed for. You're not designed to struggle in the material world. You're designed to dance in the Ras Leela, to dance in Govardhan, to be with Krishna and Balaram, to be in the eternal Sankirtan party of Gaur Nitai. That's what we're designed for. That's what the soul, that's our design.
Very true.
Am I correct?
Very true.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, thank you for the inspiration. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, all the Shiksha disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Ke?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,